hand me the microphone? I'll do a little overview of it. Thanks, Roger. So, hi, Joan. This is Ted. I'll give a little overview. I was there at the NEAF presentation when you first brought these along. They were wonderful. Joan did a lot of work designing some new posters for the NEAF IOTA booth, which we've had now for 5 years, to bring new members in and to make IOTA's presence known among the NEAF attendees, who are people who have lots of equipment and maybe don't know what to do with it. So we're just the folks they want to talk to. So originally, I designed these posters. They were very large, and they were on poster board. They were impossible to transport easily because you couldn't roll them up. And we hung them on the wall for the first 4 years, and then several people would take them home and put them in their attics or basements until the next NEAF presentation or the next IOTA conference. But Joan took the initiative to update those, used a lot of the same graphics, a lot of new graphics, and wanted some a nice floor poster as well that would unroll up from the floor on a kind of a modern display unit that they use in lots of conferences. So she designed those and worked out a plan to find a place that would make those inexpensively. So indeed, all that work was done. She showed up. So these are the posters that she and David designed and had printed. This is a display rack that's in their living room with the posters hanging. So they're roughly the same size, but the information's been updated, and and of course they are now able to be rolled up and stored. So that's really nice. So it's easy to transport. In addition, there were these. So there were also some customized posters made for the Eclipse for 2017, which were sort of one-offs because after that Eclipse they won't be used anymore. But then the one on the left is that tall one, which we put out in the hallway, out in the aisle in front of our booth to sort of entice people to stop and look and see what IOTA's doing and come in and talk to us. So they were used not only at NEAF, but at the AAS Eclipse meeting in St. Louis, at the Eclipse Expo, and also at Alcon as well. So the floor poster did bring in a lot of people to the booth. The stands that she originally had, the stand that she was hanging the 3 posters from, was a little too bulky to be transported around, so we just tacking them to the walls and hanging them from various things works pretty well. And the poster, okay, Brad's saying the posters will be available on the website as well afterwards, in case anybody wants to download them and print them themselves. So here's a picture of David at the AAS meeting, standing in front of those 2 posters. Okay, well, I'll skip this here. The stands were traditional professional stands. That's very common these days to have these collapsible stands or these extendable stands for portable use. Here's our group at the NEAF booth. Next year we're going to ask for a double-wide booth. We had a lot of volunteers, and we can always use more. It was great to have everybody there. And there on the left, you can see the poster standing out in the aisle, basically saying, "Come on in. This is an interesting hobby. You should get involved in it." David and Joan brought lots of equipment that was displayed on the tables: cameras, timers. We had VTIs running. The VTI version 3 works even inside the metal-roofed Rockland Community College gymnasium. We were amazed. We took it outside. It got a fix. We brought it in, and it stayed locked all day, and so we were able to show folks how that worked in real time. There are some options for the future that Joan's going to look into to just sort of make things a little easier to transport and to use, and then also to figure out how to continue to improve the technology and the content. And so now that these are a little cheaper to make and easier to transport, we can update the content with more recent information, maybe some pictures from the current eclipse, pictures from other light curves from double stars and things like that. So we'll keep it, now that they're easier to manufacture and a little cheaper to make. We can update them a little more frequently. So any questions from here in the room or online?
Thanks to Joe.
Thank you to Joan for doing all that work, for sure. Okay.